I didn't buy this Tesla Model Y because it is practical. Well, it is. I bought it because this is the best Model Y Tesla makes today. The Tesla Model Y Premium is already really good, but the performance version, that hits different. The stance is lower, the wheels, front and rear fascia, they're even more aggressive. They even have more distinct features. The Model Y finally gets some real attitude. So today, I'm going to be sharing my first 24 hours with the Tesla Model Y performance. And this is not a review. I have watched so many Tesla delivery videos, but nothing hits different than sitting in your own car for the first time. And the headliner. I do have the gray headliner. I wish I had the dark headliner, but it is what it is. I'm not going to do a full walk around of the Tesla delivery. You've seen those videos. This video is more about me sharing my excitement, my experience of taking delivery of the Tesla Model Y performance. And honestly, I haven't really seen a Model Y performance on the road yet. So this delivery, it feels special. Okay, I have to say this. Tesla has made the buying process ridiculously simple. I haven't had to speak to a single representative until today when I picked up my car. Everything from purchasing the car to the paperwork, everything lives right here in the mobile app. I have to talk about the build quality. It's been perfect so far. I have not seen any panel gaps, any inconsistencies in the car. It's really difficult nowadays with Tesla to find that. They've really done so much better with quality check. Okay, my delivery formalities are done, and now the first thing I'm going to do is take this car to the Tesla Supercharger. I was curious what it would be like at 100% state of charge on this car in total miles. Okay, so I'm getting 306 miles at 100% state of charge, which is exactly the EPA advertised on the Tesla website, so that's great. Please note that this will change over time as the battery degrades. There's one thing on everyone's mind after taking delivery of their Tesla Model Y performance. Do I keep the aero wheels or not? Some remove them for those looks, some keep them for that added range. I personally like them on because I feel like it's missing something around the rims. But I'm curious, is there really a range difference? We're going to find out, but before that, I need a coffee. It's one of those really cold days. The one thing that I mentioned in my previous test drive of the Model Y performance was how quiet the cabin was. Check this out when I roll down the windows. It is so quiet, and to this day, this surprises me the most in the Model Y performance. Okay, so now I'm going to do a range test with the aero caps on. The outside temperature is pretty cold at 20. Inside temperature is set at 70. I'm going to make sure that my acceleration is set at chill, which is the most conservative. And then I'm going to be just setting my trip, and we're all good to go. So I've just removed the aero caps, and like I was saying, I really don't like these exposed angles out here. It feels like something is missing, like I said before. But the other thing is, once you remove it, you notice some scratches. I believe with some solution of some sort you can remove them, but this is how it looks without the aero caps. I'm going to finish the other 3 wheels, and we're going to do another range test immediately. Okay, so I just completed the test without the aero caps, and the difference is there, and it's really a choice if you prefer looks over a bit of range loss. Okay, the snow season is here on the East Coast and the road debris is no joke. So these are the first accessories that I will be installing. So immediately I'll be installing the floor mats, the mud flaps, these are from EV Base, the ceramic coating to protect my white seats, and the PPF on the rear fenders, which is easy to install. I have got a full video on accessories coming up very soon, so stay tuned. This is mainly, probably has to do with the Tesla Model Y Juniper, but I really like the red dot that appears in the blind spot. It's more visible, and it's better that it's there than it wasn't there before. Tesla has gone above and beyond to take a best-in-class infotainment system that was already great, even better with how fluid and responsive the screen is, and the QHD screen that the Tesla Model Y Performance comes with. You can definitely tell it's sharper than the previous Tesla models, especially when you turn on the camera. You see how high fidelity the view is. The steering wheel, I'm really not a fan of the stitching at the back. It kind of comes in the way when you're holding the steering wheel. This is again a Juniper thing more than just performance specific. The felt on the car. Now that's actually an advantage because that insulates the car better. It actually helps with sound dampening, but it's also a disadvantage in my opinion if you want to maintain the car. It holds on to dirt easily, especially when you're getting in and out of the car. So that's something that I'm not a big fan of. I might look at a third-party accessory to kind of cover that. The day before taking delivery, I don't get sleep. The day after, I still don't get sleep because I'm so excited that I have a new car that I wake up early morning and the first thing I do is go to the car and spend hours together. Let me know in the comments below if I'm not the only one. And while I have you here, I wanted to show you one setting that I do when I get my new Tesla that really helps, especially in cold or warm climates. So the first thing I do after taking delivery is I run my scheduler. I can't emphasize how convenient this feature is. So especially when you are in a cold or warm climate, you can precondition your car based on your routine. So if you're going to office and back, based on time and location, you can set your temperature to cool or heat. This is so convenient. Also the charging schedule. I charge my cars off peak between 10:30 and 6 a.m. So this is also a setting that I do immediately. So I highly recommend these settings immediately after taking delivery. By the way, I wanted to take this opportunity to show you my home charging setup that I've used for the last 5 years of owning a Tesla. I use this dryer outlet outside, which is a 1450 with a 1450 adapter that gives me 22 miles an hour, which is enough to charge my car overnight. So if you're buying a new Tesla and you're considering to install a new electric outlet, see if you have something like this, like a dryer outlet already at home that's accessible. This is just the beginning. I'll be sharing more real experiences with the Tesla Model Y Performance, and there'll be more accessory videos as well coming up. This is Ben from Technologically Curious. Until the next time, stay curious. And this is not a review. Wait, I'm red tearing up. Wait, I'll try that again. I'm going to be sharing my first 24 hours with the Tesla Model Y Premium. Not Premium. Even the sun is hitting like crazy.